Right now, we bring in a guy who does a good job on ESPN. He's funny. He knows his football, obviously. Super Bowl champ, former offensive lineman, Mark Schlereth. Stink, how you doing, bud? What's happening?
I'm doing great, man. You know, I'm here talking to you guys to just started off a little home gating. So I'm excited to be here on behalf of all these great sponsors. So let me just kick it off real quick, and then we'll get into the football talk. You're going to have a great home gate. You got to start with avocados from Mexico. Guacamole is always a crowd pleaser. Avocados contribute good fats to your diet. Fresh avocados from Mexico are available and in season year-round, so you get that same great taste from game one all the way through the Super Bowl. For recipes and inspiration, avocadosfrommexico.com. Then Tostitos, the official chip and dip of the National Football League. You want to spice it up with a hint of jalapeno tortilla chip, brand new right now. Restaurant-style chips, snack lovers love them. They're spicy. They're awesome. And Tostitos is partnering with Pepsi. They're offering fans a great chance to win unreal NFL experiences like being on the field for the Super Bowl trophy presentation. Heck, I won 3 of those things. I never even got to get on the field for this presentation. They didn't even invite us offensive linemen up there. You can enter at Tostitos.com now through January 2nd, then chase freedom when you're stocking up on your Tostitos and on your avocados at your wholesale club. Chase Freedom has 5% cash back on wholesale club purchases at Costco's, BJ's, and Sam's Clubs through December 31st. Chase Freedom has the best cash back offer on all wholesale club purchases. Visit them, chase.com/freedom. And then 70% of Americans, according to a study by H.H. Gregg, would rather stay home and home gate than tailgate. H.H. Gregg has all the huge selection of TVs, furniture, and innovative appliances like the LG Instant View door-on-door refrigerator. Free delivery on appliances and TVs from H.H. Gregg.
Oh, my God.
Are
you done yet, Schlereth? Come on.
Come on. For special financing offers, you can visit them at hhgregg.com or at a local store. There it is.
Hey, man.
Hey, they better be paying you a lot of money, man.
I'm giving you a clap there, Mark. Good job.
Yeah.
The only thing I need to know, though, is it light beer or IPA?
Whatever you want, man.
Oh,
what do you
come
like?
on.
You like the light beer or you like the IPA?
Dude, I'm an IPA guy. I got to be an IPA guy.
Well, that's probably because you're skinny. Me, I'm fat. I got to go with the light beer.
Yeah, that's right. And you're out in Colorado, or at least you were out in Colorado with the Denver Broncos.
Still am, yeah.
And Mark probably remembers, I think I told you this, BT, the perfect season that the Broncos were going on, trying to get back-to-back for John Elway. They lost it where? Giant Stadium. Amani Toomer in the back corner.
Listen, man, every time I see Amani, I'm like, I hate that guy, but I got to give him some love, Yeah, so that was, with 13-0 going into Giants Stadium. Kent Graham. We're 13-0 and Kent freaking Graham beat us. You got to be kidding.
Hey, it was a good throw and a great catch by but you guys went on and won the ultimate prize. That's all that matters,
Yes, it is. Yeah, you know what it is ultimately. You're right.
And obviously there's an excitement out in Denver right now because coming off the championship last year and with a new young starting quarterback in Trevor Siemian. Look, I thought he was just a placeholder. He's going to play for a few weeks. He's going to figure it out. That they needed to go with the rookie that they just drafted, Paxton Lynch. But he proved last week he actually has a deep ball. Are you surprised? Because a kid from Northwestern that didn't actually play a lot in college is playing this well on this level.
Yeah, you know what's really surprising to me more than anything else is I knew he could spin it. I mean, I do a local radio show in Denver at 104.3 The Fan, so I was out there at last training camp. I was out there at this training camp pretty much every day. So I knew the kid could spin it. He's got a hose, man. He can flat out throw it. But you know what surprised me more than anything else? I go back to that opening game, Thursday Night Football, the first time he's ever thrown a pass in the NFL. And they put 3 drives together. All of them ended in turnovers, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought to myself, man, a young kid going through that against that defense, the Carolina Panthers, really hard to overcome. And yet, you know what? Fourth quarter, double-digit deficit, no problem. Drives them back in there. They end up winning that game. And the sky's the limit, man. He's throwing the ball well. The big criticism, can he throw the deep ball? Because he's been a kind of a check-down guy. He threw it well last week. This team right now, the Denver Broncos, right now, as they are currently constructed, are better than the team that won the World Championship last year.
I would agree with you. Why do you think it is, Mark, that these young quarterbacks they get it? I feel like when we were coming up, like young quarterbacks didn't get it. You hated them because you knew they were going to make a ton of mistakes. Now all these guys, I mean, it's like they've been in the league for 4 years already.
Well, because most of them leave college and get into these prep situations, right? They go out to these facilities that actually prep them, and they've got quarterbacks. They get the playbooks, and they just leave school and they start like trying to craft their career as a pre-draft process. So most of these guys are far more ready coming into the league right now because of that work. They do 6 months of work before they ever get into the facility. So I think that has a lot to do with it. It's just been amazing to watch these young guys play, though, to watch Dak Prescott and to watch Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz, oftentimes you think, oh, you're going to give a young guy kind of half the playbook, half field reads, we're going to boot keep him out a bunch and give him a linear progression of, a fullback or a tailback in the flat running a drag and, a over route, a shallow over route by the tight end, and then maybe a comeback. And so it's all right in the vision, the line of vision. And that's not Carson Wentz, man. He's at the line of scrimmage, changing run pass options, audibling out of things. The greatest Carson Wentz story I heard the other day, that he was at dinner with his girlfriend, and he was totally disconnected. Like, she's asking him questions, and you know how it gets, right?
Of course.
Your significant other's asking you questions. You're like, yeah. Well, I'm sure whatever you're thinking is correct. She looks under the table. He's studying game film on his iPhone.
I saw that story. That's hysterical.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's my favorite quarterback right now. I can't get enough of that.
Hey, that's what
awesome.
That's what Peyton did. I mean,
Yeah.
Ashley would tell you. His wife would tell you. During the season, he's checked out from like us. He's a football player.
Yeah. So it's great to see him have that kind of success. And I think the big surprise in Philly right now is, well, it's not a big surprise to those of us who understand that time of possession does mean things.
Yeah.
But the last 3 years in Philadelphia, they acted like it didn't. Well, look at what that defense is right now. While they're fresh, they have been dominant. I think they've got the biggest point differential of any team in the league at 94 points, I think the last time I checked. So plus 94 is a pretty big deal for the Philadelphia Eagles.
No doubt. Talking to Mark Schlereth from ESPN. Mark, quickly, in totality, 1 through 4, what division do you think is the best? And really, not just now, but in terms of sustainability for the rest of the season, which one jumps out for you?
I would say the AFC North, probably off the top of my head. I mean, Pittsburgh took one on the chin to Philadelphia, but, offensively they're going to be there with Big Ben and all the weapons they have. They'll get some players back from injury as well. Bell will come back, so he's, arguably the best back in football or the most complete back in football. So they're going to be fine in the end, I think. The Ravens undefeated right now in Cincinnati, although they're sitting at, 1-2.
Yep.
They're still a really good team. They're going to figure it out offensively. They have missed, and I think we tend to forget this. Tyler Eifert running the middle of the field, controlling safeties in the middle of the field. They lost Mohamed Sanu left as a free agent. That guy's a Swiss Army knife. He does everything for them. All the trick plays, the wildcat stuff that they like to run. And then Marvin Jones Jr. taking away, one side of the field, really lifting top coverage, being an ultimate speed guy. So right now it's A.J. Green and Andy Dalton, and they're trying to figure that offense out. So I think they'll get it together. I think they're still a really good football team.
I think the division in the AFC that's probably the weakest right now is the South, with especially the underachievement by the Jacksonville Jaguars after all those expectations. But the team that's leading right now with the 2-1 record is the Texans. They lose J.J. Watt. What does that mean for this team?
Well, I've said it for 3-4 years now. I think he's the best football player in the National Football League, regardless of position. And I think one of the things that happens to you, and we've all been around that one dude that just plays at a different level. We've had that guy on our team.
Yep.
And you put on film and you're like, son of a gun, man, I got to pick up my game because he's making me look like an idiot, right? Because he's at a different speed than everybody else. And that's J.J. Watt. Like, when you put film on the Texans, that guy is moving with such, just such a ferocious player, but just moving and doing it from every position up and down the line of scrimmage that he'll make you look silly if you're not going at that same speed. So, I always worry about the guys that basically lift everybody's play up, and he's certainly one of those guys. So, they transcend the game. You lose that guy for a significant amount of time, maybe for the whole season. That's a really tough one to overcome.
Mark, nice catching up, man. Good luck with it. Good luck with it. Did you leave anything? Did you leave a couple of paragraphs out or a couple of chapters out? Is it
no, I didn't leave anything out.
I know you didn't. Hey, be well, Stink.
Chips and guac as you guys leave.
And an IPA.
Yes.
All right, brother. We'll see you, man.
Take care,
Later.
Mark.
Thank you. Mark Schlereth from ESPN.